doing? I'm trying to create a child class reference using parent class instance. See now, error coming. Already shown you now, error coming, error message also displayed, error. And shall I do explicit conversion? Watch, explicit also will not work. What's it? Class 2 of T. Will not work. Error guys, runtime error will come. A runtime error, it's not going to be possible. Okay now, next. Try in the second way, what? T as class 2. This is also error. Runtime error only. Taking time, yes, not possible. It's already showing you an error message here, error here. Conversion, not possible. Conversion is not possible. Okay, error not generated still, but you get an error. So this is invalid. Now shall I show you what I explained you? What? First create what? Child class instance. First create a child class instance. Next, create a parent class reference. Implicit possible. Okay now? And no error, see? No error anywhere. No error anywhere. Okay, now look. Class 2 obj is equals to P. Implicita, explicita? Implicit conversion error. Implicit conversion is not valid. But what is valid? Explicit conversion. Two ways you can write the code. Option number 1, the traditional typecasting. See there, typecasting, no error. No error. If you want using obj, you can call methods also. Watch. Obj dot test 1, obj dot test 2, obj dot test 3, obj dot test 4. Can I call all the 4 methods? Yes, you can call. Because obj is which type? Obj is which type? We are class 2 type. So parent, child, everything is accessible to you. Second way you can do is as operator. P as class 2. Watch. This also works. I hope you guys are clear. Yes or not? But now you have a doubt. Sir, P cannot access child class members now. P cannot access child class members now. But how OPC can access the child class members because you are initializing with P? Did you catch my point or not? C can access parent and child members, but P can access only parent members. But here what I am telling you, OPC can access parent and child. So our confusion will be, how is it possible, sir? How is it possible? This is how it is possible. Because, see, all of you concentrate. C is pointing to this location, he is pointing to this location. Correct? Check that picture. Where is OBJ pointing? Even though OBJ is initialized by P, OBJ is pointing to here only. And already you know, you can look straight, you can look top. You can look straight, you can look top. So because you can look top, OBJ can access your class 1 members also, as well as class 2 members also. But P cannot access class 2 members. Is it clear, all of you? Okay, read this thoroughly, guys. Read this thoroughly and practice it thoroughly. Okay, read this thoroughly and also practice this also thoroughly. Okay, because I said you, this is very, very important in the whole object-oriented programming. The third role. In inheritance, this is very, very important because not only today, until the end of our course, not C#, ASP.NET, MVC, everywhere will come across it. Okay, these conversions and all will be using extensively in many times in our code from now onwards. Okay, so read thoroughly and also practice. And also the video is available. You can see, I said you, video is available for this. Actually 3 videos are there. The first video demonstrates the first 3 rules. The first video demonstrates the first 3 rules. The second video demonstrates the next 3 rules. So till now I said you, the first 3 rules. Rule number 1, Parent class constructor should be accessible to child class, otherwise inheritance is not possible. Rule number 2. A parent instance cannot call the access the child class members, but child can access parent, but parent cannot access child. Rule number 3. Under rule number 3, 3 sub-points we learned. What are the 3? Parent class variables can be initialized by child. Parent class variables can be initialized by child, but the reference can call only parent members but not child members. 2. Child class variables cannot be initialized by parent instance. Child variables cannot be initialized by parent instance. Not possible. Completely ruled out. 3. A parent reference initialized by child instance can be used for initializing a child reference again. Means child to parent, again back to child. It's possible. These are the 3 things what we learned under rule number 3. Okay? Now, answer this question, all of you. Guys, using P, I cannot call class 2 members. That is very clear. Using P, can I call the members of the parent class of class 1 if present? Did you guys catch my question? Can I call the members of the parent class of class 1 if present? Yes, we can call. I can call the members of the parent class of class 1 if present. If class 1 has a parent class, I can ultimately call the members by using P. Point clear, all of you? Yes or not? Now, does class 1 has any parent class? Tell me. Does class 1 has any parent class? Class 2 has a parent class, class 1. Does class 1 has any parent class? Yes is the answer. Yes, sir. We did not inherit. No, sir. You did not inherit. And you're telling the parent class. See, class 2 inherited from class 1. But class 1 is not inherited from anything. Did you follow me or not? Listen, guys. Each and every class that you define, each and every class that you define has a default parent class. Each and every class you define as a default parent class. What is the default parent class? The default parent class is object class. What is the class? And that is the root of your hierarchy. Object is the top level class in our hierarchy, guys. The first class in our language is object. Under that only all the classes are defined. Are you clearer or not? What is the first class? Object. Under object only all the classes are going to be defined. Yes or not? Okay, see, in every religion, we have a myth. Like who is the root of, in Hindu mythology, in Hindu tradition, who is the root of all Brahma? Same way in Christian mythology, they say Adam and Eve. Like this, everyone has their own mythology and their own tradition and their own things what they say. That according to their tradition and according to their religion. According to the religion. We are not contradicting on that. What we are talking is, in every religion, the mythology tells that there is someone in the root. So in Hindu mythology, who is the root? Lord Brahma. Brahma is the root. From there only everyone first came out. That's what they say. In the same way, in Christianity they say Adam and Eve. Okay, so like this, I'm not aware of the Muslim community. There also, they'll be having some mythology. So someone should be on the root level. Okay, so for our object-oriented programming, who is on the root level? Object class. Under that only all the other classes are defined. Is my point clear, all of you? Under that only all the classes are defined basically. Every class is defined from that particular root, that is object class. So listen, every class directly or indirectly inherits from object. Did you catch my point or not? Every class directly or indirectly inherits from object. Sir, what is directly and what is indirectly? What is directly means? See, look, is class 1 inheriting from any class? Come on, look at the code now. Look at the code what I written. Did I inherit class 1 from any class? No. No. So now, class 1 will directly inherit from object. Class 1 will directly inherit from object. Okay now? We come to class 2. Is class 2 inheriting from a class? Which class? Class 1. So, class 2 is inheriting from object also. Array, for class 1 who is the parent here? Object. Means for class 2 object is grandparent now. Means it's an indirect inheriting. Did you catch my point or not? Directly or indirectly should inherit from class object. Because every class directly or indirectly inherits from object, object class provides 4 methods to every class by default. Object class provides 4 methods to every class by default. So every class by default contains 4 methods in it, you know that? The 4 methods are inherited from the object class. What are the 4 methods, sir? Watch it. Watch it. Concentrate on this, all of you. I am creating the instance of class 1. Class 1. C P is equals to new class 1. Class 1 parent class. You defined 2 methods in the class now. Test 1, test 2. Correct? But when I say P dot, see there, it is showing you 6 methods in the list. Don't see the methods that are prefixed with the star A. That star is only suggestions. Suggestions here frequently used will come on the top. Don't look at that. Come on, look at this. What are the methods? Equals, get hash code, get type. Test 1, test 2, you only defined, you know them. Next. Now did you understand the 4 methods what every class will have by default? Equals, get hash code, get type, boosting. And if you recollect, you already worked with the get type method. Get type method, we used the get type method earlier to find out the name of the type to which the instance or variable belongs to. You can use the get type method. So by default, every class will inherit from the object class and will contain the get type method in that. Null get type here equals get hash code, get type, boosting are inherited to all the classes. So now you see now object class has 4 methods. Class 1 has 6 methods. Class 2 has 8 methods. Correct or not? Object has 4. Class 1 has 4 plus 2, 6. Class 2 has 4 plus 2 plus 2, 8. Now tomorrow class 3 comes. Class 3 by default contains 8 methods and it defines another 10 methods in it. Total 18 methods will be there. Okay? Your grandfather property came to your father. Your father added something to it. It came to you. You added something to it. Give it to the children. Same only. Nothing rocket science here, guys. Are you clearer or not? So, guys, listen here. It's a very, very important question in the entry. You say, what is that? What is the default parent class? What is the default parent class? Or otherwise, what is the root of the type hierarchy? What is the root of the type hierarchy? Don't forget this one. What is that? Object class. Okay, look here. I defined a class like this. Class test. Did I write any coordinate? Come on, answer me. Did I write any coordinate? Nothing now. But if I compile this class will by default contain 5 members in it. If I compile this class will by default contain 5 members. Not even a single line of code I've written. Simply said class test and left like this. But after compilation, it has 5 members in it. What are the 5 members, sir? One you learnt in the last week, yeah. Constructor. One you learnt in the last week. What is that? Implicit constructor. And 2, 3, 4, 5 are now you learnt the 4 methods. What are those? Equals, get hash code, get type, and the toasting. So these 4 methods are available for every class and accessible from anywhere. You guys, you can observe, I was creating, watch, object, obj is equals to new object. Guys, when you're typing, all of you, just to warn you, I'm telling you, in the typing, IntelliSense will show you 2 objects. IntelliSense will show you 2 objects, one in Pascal case, one in lowercase. Concentrate on that. Both are same. You can use anything you want. That's why one side I've written in Pascal case, one side I've written in lowercase c. Are you clearer or not? So don't be confused here, both are same. One is C# type, one is IL type. What is that? Array int and int32 here. Int C# type, IL type int32 na. Same way object in lowercase is C# type. Object in Pascal case is IL type. That's all. So both are same. You can write any way you just want. No problem. Now, when you put your mouse on this object class, it will give you a description now. supports all classes in the .NET class hierarchy and provides low-level services to derived classes. This is the ultimate is class of all .NET classes. All .NET classes. It is the ultimate base class of all .NET classes. That is, it is the root of type hierarchy. It is the root of type hierarchy. Now guys, tell me, what did I do here? Arey, what did I do? Creating a not object instance. This is why we don't use the word object in C#. I never said you object, I said you instance. Why we don't use the word object, you know? If OBJ, see, in Java, C++, OBJ is called object. But in C#, OBJ is called instance. If you call OBJ as an object, what will you say? I created an object of object class. It's not confusing? You're creating an object of object class. Confusing now? That is the reason why we use the word called instance. I created a instance of object class, not object of object class. I hope you guys are clear. Okay, now you see obj dot. You observe it, guys. You have 4 methods here. Already in class 1 I showed you 6 methods. Same way go to class 2 and check 8 methods will be there. Okay. In this I am going to call the method getType. GetType. What will getType tell you? The type of obj. Obj is which type it will tell you. Can anyone tell me obj is which type? The object type here. Obj is which type? Object type. Object is defined in which namespace? System namespace. So what it will tell you? System.object. Check it out. Do object also have constructor? A constructor is mandatory in every class here. Why you are again questioning is object having a constructor? Constructor is mandatory for every class. You are creating an instance space, it should have a constructor now. You are creating an instance space, it should have a constructor now. So constructor is going to be present for you. See, when you call this constructor call only. Always constructor calling. Okay? So fine. So are you clear with this? Same way, I am now telling guys console.writeLine p.getType. P.getType will tell you P is which type? P is which type? Your class 1 type. Class 1 is defined in which namespace? Oops project namespace. Oops project dot class 1. Watch. Okay now? Now, same like this. Like class 2 also? Class 2, C is equals to new class 2 and C dot getType. C is which type? Oops project dot. Are you clear? Now, can you answer this question? Yesterday I explained all these things to you. When I create the instance of this class, execution starts by calling which class constructor? Or how many constructors gets executed here? I created the instance of the object class. How many constructors gets executed here? Wrong answer, Akshay. Hey, brainless one only, that much clearly explained to you yesterday, na? That is only the top class. Then why will it call something else? Are you clear? When I create the instance of this class, how many constructors are called? Louder. 2. Why 1? Parent class is 2. What are the 2? Object and class 1. Object and class 1. If I create this instance, how many constructors are called? 3. What are the 3? Object, class 1. So did you understand one thing clearly here? Whatever class instance you create, object class constructor gets called. Are you clearer or not? Whatever class instance you create, what is called? Object class constructor gets called. From there only execution starts. So execution always starts from object class constructor, because every time what is in the root? Object. So from there only execution. Yesterday I said you 10 classes you create instance of the 10th class, starts executing from class 1 constructor now. Now the class 1 is always object. Is it clear? The class 1 is always object. You create 10th class instance. Ultimately, where it goes to? Object class constructor. From there, it will call you all the constructors in the sequence. I said you create multiple classes, breakpoints, and test it. Okay, you test it. Ultimately, object class constructor will be called. Guys, in our class constructors, we written a statement constructor is called. But in object class constructor, there is no statement like this. In object class constructor also, if there is a statement like this, it would have printed you object class constructor is called. It's not printing for you, that's all. But that is called implicitly. So this is rule number 4 of inheritance. This is rule number 4 of inheritance. The rule number 4 of inheritance is this only. Yeah, you can read all of you. Come on. Each and every class that is predefined or user defined as a default parent class, that is object class of system namespace. Object is the ultimate parent of all classes in .NET class hierarchy, providing low-level services to child classes. Providing low-level services to child classes. So every class by default contains 4 methods that are inherited from the object class, and those are equals, getHashCode, getType, and toString. And these 4 methods can be called or consumed from any class. From anywhere, you can call the 4 methods. Okay now? 4th rule is clear? So this is about the 4th rule of inheritance. Okay? What next? The next point, guys, the next point is we have to learn about a concept called as we're going to learn about a concept called as types of inheritance. What's it? What are the types of inheritance tells you now? This talks about the number of parent classes a child class can have and the number of child classes a parent class can have. Did you understand me? How many parents a child can have? How many childs a parent can have? That's all. That's what it talks. What is it? Types of inheritance. And according to the standards of object-oriented programming, there are 5 types of inheritances. How many? 5. What are the 5? First one, single, multi-level, hierarchical, multiple, hybrid. How many? 5 different types. So let me explain you all the 5 in detail. What is single, what is multi-level, what is hierarchical, and what is hybrid. Come on guys, single. Clearly you can understand. 1 parent, 1 child. 1 parent, 1 child. That is single. Did we come across this? Did we come across this till now in our code? Come on, answer fast. Did we come across this till now in our code? Yes. When? When did we come across this? I'm asking you which day we came across this concept. Wrong. Yesterday, today, wrong answer. Day before yesterday, wrong answer. Every day, yaar, from day 1, yaar. From day 1, why? Every class is from object, na? From day 1, you are going to see that. Every class inherits from object. Correct? Then single inheritance only, na? No. Which class? 8:45 session? 8:45 session? Which class, yaar? Tell your class timing. Late 10 o'clock you came. Class is about to complete. Okay? So, are you guys clear? From day 1 we are working on this because every class inherits from object. So, from day 1 we are looking at the concept. Multi-level. What is multi-level? More than 2, not 3. More than 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Any number. In this, we call it as multi-level. Did we come across this? Did we come across this? When? When? Yesterday, yeah. How you not following the class at yesterday only? Why? You defined class 2, on the top you have class 1, on the top you have object. Just now I explained you that object, class 1, class 2. So now you are working on multi-level only. Yesterday we started with multi-level. Even we started programming, we came across single. Yesterday we came across multi-level. Next, hierarchical. What is it? One parent, multiple childs. One parent, more than one child. One parent, more than one child. Did we come across this? Did we come across this? Yes or no? Come on, fast. Yes or no? Yes is the answer. Yes, we came across it. When? Here, data object under that class 1, every class you are defining are coming under object only now. From K2 you are in hierarchical inheritance only, then K1 you defined a class here. K1 you defined class 1, inherited from object. K2 you did another class, inherited from object. Now there is hierarchical only now. The D1 class, D2 class, both are inherited from object now. From K2 we are working with hierarchical inheritance. K1 we work with single. From K2 we started working with hierarchical. Okay, yesterday we started working with multi-level. Are you following me? Yes or not? Okay. Next one, multiple. We can also multiple parents, one child. 2, 3, any number here. More than one parent. Okay, one child. Did we come across this? Come on, did we come across this? No, we did not come across this at all. We did not come across this till now. Till now, we never came across it. And the last one is hybrid inheritance here. What is hybrid, you know? It's a mixture of all. Look at this carefully. Class 1, class 2, class 3. Class 1, class 2, class 3. What is it? Hierarchical. Same way. Class 2, class 3, class 4. What is it? Multiple. 1 to 4. Multi-level. 1, 3, 4. Multi-level. Array, everything is present here. Hybrid. In our school biology, we learned hybrid. It's a mixture of all. It's a mixture of everything together. So did we come across hybrid? No. Why? Did not come across multiple. You will not come across hybrid also now. If you did not come across multiple, you will not come across hybrid. We came across 3 till now. What are the 3? Single, multi-level, hierarchical. Single, we started on day 1 of programming. Multi-level, we learned yesterday. Hierarchical, we learned the day 2 of the programming. The day 2 of the programming, we just started with the hierarchical. So we came across all the 3. We did not come across 4 and 5, multiple and hybrid. So anyone has any doubts on types of inheritance? Do anyone have any doubts on the types of inheritance? Are you clear? Now I am telling you the 5th rule then. I am telling you the 5th rule. What is the 5th rule, you know? Java. Okay. Now I am telling you the 5th rule. What is the 5th rule, you know? .NET languages provides the support only for single, multiple and hierarchical inheritances through classes. But they don't support multiple and hybrid inheritances. That is the 5th rule now. Did you catch me? What supports? Single, multi-level, hierarchical. And already we are working with all the 3. Are you clear? Okay, single, multi-level and hierarchical. It supports only single, multi-level and hierarchical inheritances. Multiple you said it supports. When did I say? Till now we did not come across multiple or we will not come across also. I did not say. What did I say is single, multi-level, hierarchical. These 3 are only supported. And already we are working with these 3. The day 1 we worked with single, yesterday we worked with multi-level, and from day 2 we started working with hierarchical. Is my point clear, all of you? What is not supported? Multiple and hybrid inheritances. Actually guys, modern programming languages, Java, .NET languages, it doesn't support multiple and hybrid. What the support is only single, multi-level and hierarchical. Why, sir? Why it doesn't support? Because multiple inheritance suffers from ambiguity problem. Multiple inheritance suffers from ambiguity problem. What is that ambiguity problem? I'll show you a picture, guys. You will easily understand that. Look at this picture. You can understand ambiguity now. What is that? For class 3, there are two parent classes, class 1, class 2. In class 1, there is a method called test. In class 2, there is a method called test. Now, class 3 contains two test methods. Can I have two methods with the same name and signature? Ambiguity, that is, there are two methods coming to class 3 with the same name and signature. This will immediately lead to what? An ambiguity problem. So, did you guys understand what is ambiguity? Did you guys understand what is ambiguity, all of you? Okay, so this is what we call as ambiguity problem that doesn't support at all. So multiple inheritance is not supported for you both in Java and .NET languages also through the classes. But you know one thing? C++ supports all the five. C++ supports all the five. And then you'll be wondering, sir, how C++ supports all the five? If ambiguity is there, how C++ supports? Actually, what happened is, C++ is the first object-oriented programming language, guys. C++ is the first object-oriented programming language. When they're designing C++, no one anticipated this type of problem will come in the future. That is the first language. So they don't know this type of problem is going to come in the future. So later on they came to know, ambiguity problems will come with multiple and that's why the languages which came after C++ strictly followed that and said that no to multiple and hybrid inheritances. Did you catch my point or not? Because C++ is the first one, C++ supported you all these things. But Java and .NET doesn't support you because they are modern and they came to know these type of problems will come into picture and they stop at the support for multiple inheritance. You can read? All of you. Come on, read it. Both Java and .NET languages doesn't provide the support for multiple and hybrid inheritances through classes. And what they support is single, multi-level, hierarchical. And I don't require to give you any examples to single, multi-level and hierarchical because we are already following all the three things only. Because multiple inheritance suffers from ambiguity problem. Okay? And this picture is clear for you? Ambiguity problem. And finally, I given a note also there. Read the note, all of you. Sorry. C++ language supports all 5 types of inheritances because it is the first object-oriented programming language that came into existence. At the time of its introduction, this problem was not anticipated. No one anticipated this type of problem is going to come into picture. Guys, I'm going to give a task for you now. What the task for you is, I have 3 videos on inheritance. First video talks about the first 3 rules. Second video talks about the next 3 rules. One more rule is there. There is a small rule here. I'll explain you in the tomorrow session. The task for you is, watch the 3rd video. Watch the 3rd video. If any doubts, watch on 1 and 2 also. Watch the 3rd video. 3rd video describes about how to implement inheritance in your applications. Are you clear? Watch the video and prepare for it and come to the session. Tomorrow, I'll be passing questions on it. Is that clear? Again, don't put blank faces. Okay? Watch it. And also the notes is given here. Just not only watching the video, I given the complete notes also here. How to use inheritance in application development. I'm not explaining in the classroom. Notes is available. I given the video to you. Watch. Self-learning. Are you clear? I done a lot of spoon feeding for you till now. Just go for a self-learning. From today onwards, I'll give you some video for you for preparation like this. Is it clear? So prepare this and come to tomorrow's session. What is it? Video number 3 of inheritance. Okay, let me stop here. We'll meet tomorrow. No Vasuki, not provided. Practice here. Why should you write the code? Copy pasting is not the right thing. Write the code. I want you to do practice. I don't give you any source code at all. Verification, everything is in the notes. Everything is in the notes. Whatever I show, everything is in the notes. Okay? So bye guys. Have a nice day.
Recording stopped.